Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room recap for Tuesday, October the 29th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free room. I open the room every morning at 9. By the way, free room, you don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern time. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic, and I go to 3 o'clock Mondays to Fridays. I will stay later if there are questions. Okay, but otherwise I shut the room down at 3. In the email you're getting, you'll see a couple of good links. So one is for a promo, 20% off the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. And the other one is a link for our November 11th test drive. So again, if you click on that link for the test drive and you sign up, remember this is pre-registration only, no live data until November the 11th. So please don't bug our support staff by saying, hey, I signed up, where's my data? All right, well, a little more active today for me. Missed out on a couple of in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some of the alerts we're getting from what I'm calling AI 2.0. Hopefully we can unleash this soon, but it's still I don't even want to call it beta, okay? And it's working as I thought. It would start working a lot better once we're in the earnings season, because it's earnings season, of course, when we get big dynamic moves with companies. But I'm going to show you, there's OI, I think, let me show you OI at the beginning. So there's OI at the beginning, a short 921, got all the way down to 851. This is one that I actually took it at 884, and I was lucky. The reason I say this is that a number of these, unfortunately, this is another one I'm going to show you, SLCA, they were already down way more than 10%. And if you know about the uptick rule, sometimes it's really difficult to get a short at the price you want when the uptick rule is in effect. You can go in right at the bid, which is, in theory, what you're supposed to be able to do. If the stock is not down 10% and you want to short something at the bid, you'll get filled almost immediately. Just like going long anything at the ask, you usually get filled almost immediately. But with the uptick rule in place, a stock down more than 10%, you can go in at the bid. But unless there's some action at the ask, and then even if there is, and it goes back to the bid, you could be in a big queue of people wanting to short, ahead of you. So that's the challenge, But anyway, I stuck it out with the OI. I was able to, I really wanted to get it up in the 890s, but I did get it at 886, shorted it, and covered, 861 and 863. It did get all the way down to, where did it get down to 850? I was hoping a bigger collapse down here, but anyway, that one, I think the GDI, I don't think the GDI did work. GDI 31, yeah, that didn't work, but look at the SLCA. This is the other one I really wanted on the break underneath 6. So the alert came at 614, right there. I couldn't get it. I just could not get it. I could not get the fill, and look what it did afterwards. I mean, that's just a tremendous percentage move. BTU was another one, 1410. It got all the way down to 1250. Couldn't get it. It's down too much. The GVA, that's my fault. When I first saw the GVA, I think it was down 8% or something. So 2350, I could have got it, but got all the way down. So as a dollar move. But these are turning into very nice little plays. And again, this is sort of what we're calling the AI 2.0. Hopefully by the test drive, November 11th, we'll be actually able to feature it. It specializes in looking for stocks with big dynamic moves. I think one of the filters actually is that a stock has to have a relative volume of at least 5. So these are big dynamic moves. I don't want to go over them all. On the upside, TXRH, 58.58, it got up to 61.23. So anyway, I'll back that off. And that's really just what I wanted to talk about today. I did take a few other trades from my watch list. Let's take a look at what happened on my watch list. So the NAVB is something that could be interesting later. I actually tried to trade that. I took I think a 2-cent loss on it. It has a big void. If you look at it on a weekly chart, you're going to see a big void here left. So, excuse me.
Wow.
So look at the volume that has come in. It's a little bio. Had some news today. So I'm just waiting later on to see whether or not it can take out, I think I have an alert set up here around that 40 mark. See if it can take out the high right there. It needs some volume. Let me back this down. I don't think you can see the volume bars very well. There we go. So you see the volume. We need some volume. Need a volume bar like that starting right around here to really pop this through. It may not happen, okay? The AMCAR, now this one was on my watch list, but it didn't trigger until here. And what I might do, in fact, if you're following my watch list, I might. How am I going to do this? Because, well, I might do it for next week. Change it. I have a 10-minute time delay on this. In other words, I won't get an alert until at least 10 minutes after the market opens. I think I might change the one I'm using for me to 5 minutes. See how it works tomorrow. The reason I put the 10 minutes is that, you get a lot of whip in the first 15. Don't want to see something trigger, then move down, move up, move down. 10 minutes, kind of a trade-off. Problem is, especially in earnings season, some of these are just ripping, right? And they don't stop for a while. So anyway, here's the bottom line was that there it is at 1451. It did get up to 1470, but missed this big move here. CMRE, this is actually one that I'm in. 798, I didn't get in until here, okay? And it's really just a scalp because if we look at the weekly chart, I think there's some resistance around 840, but a nice move. This one I actually did take also, got a little bit on it, TTM, had a big gap in the pre-market. I think I got in at 1226 and sold out at 1235 and 1225
wow.
Down. Just a second. Kuro, I don't think it moved. 1499 hasn't moved yet. Flex 1191 hasn't moved yet. Have some alerts set for a whole number break. This is a disaster, a mess, just a messy one. 575 didn't really move off the alert. This one I put this in sort of as a lark. 746 has a little bit of room. And then the CNX, the CNX, very, very choppy. I put this one in the morning. When I say that, I create my watch list in the evening, and then I add a few from the morning gappers, and this is one of them. It actually, it looked pretty good at the beginning. It had this big gap up here, but it's just too choppy. You'd like to see something with more of a trend. Look at the CMRE as an example. Look at this. Beautiful move here. It based a little bit, little move here. It's moving down a little bit, but not super choppy. And that's the sort of pattern that we should be looking at. All right, everybody, want to get back into the room and bring back the capture program. So if you have any questions for me, just use this email address. This is a link for our free room. And don't forget, a couple of links in there, one for the test drive and one for a 20% off promo code. So I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope to see you in the room tomorrow. Bye-bye.